We saw a massive rush to judgment today by the American media and also by Democrats in Congress about Hamas's claims of an Israeli airstrike on a Gazan hospital, killing hundreds.
The Palestinian Health Ministry says the Baptist Hospital in Gaza City, that's the northern half of Gaza, has taken a direct hit from an Israeli airstrike.
This is always a very difficult situation because right now we have reports of hundreds killed, and there's no reason to doubt that.
Hard to see what else this could be, really, given the size of the explosion, other than an Israeli airstrike.
People just got massacred in a hospital, and the crime is documented on the screens. What are the leaders waiting for?
Within hours, the Israelis presented pretty conclusive evidence, and the circumstances back it up, that it was a failed Palestinian Islamic Jihad rocket that fell on the hospital and exploded weapons that Hamas had stashed in the hospital. Colby Hall is here, NewsNation contributor, Mediaite co-founder. The line that struck me the most was, "We have no reason to doubt." Your job as a journalist is to doubt, especially when it's a terrorist organization that just killed 1,000 people.
Right. To be fair, he said no reason to doubt the number of deaths, but he certainly lent some credibility to the initial reports that it was an Israeli, and he even pressed an Israeli official about that, acting as though it were true. And, you know, this is a perfect example of reporting versus propaganda and the very sort of real issue of the fog of war. There's a rush to get the story out so quickly that very often, if you get ahead of it and it doesn't turn to be true, you really sort of break the rules of journalism in a way that it's really, really hard to get back.
As if the rules of journalism still exist. We try to have them here, but I won't cast judgment. This is what is interesting to me, Colby, is that during the Trump administration, the rules of journalism changed, right? You had to call out lies. Lies must be labeled. There was no both sides. BLM, you had to have moral clarity. Cancel culture, you had to have moral clarity. Silence was violence. Ukraine, if you dared ask questions about Ukraine, well, then you were a Putin puppet. So moral clarity was incredibly important until it comes to the issue of Israel. And I keep coming back to this. Why is it different with Israel?
It's a great question, and I wish I had a good answer. I would say the issues that you just listed were sort of brand new, whether it was the racial reckoning that came about after the killing of George Floyd, or the election of Donald Trump, this guy who flouted decorum at every turn. These were all brand new stories, and so therefore it was very easy to sort of plant your flag on what side you wanted to take. The Israeli-Hamas war is so fraught with peril. Every single thing anyone says about it, it's almost immediately interpreted in a way that's almost not intended. And so I'm always I don't know, I'm not on the ground there. All I can do is judge the reports that I know to be true. But you're right, and your previous guest said it wonderfully. There's a shifting narrative now, especially with young youth, as polls suggest, where people are no longer buying sort of the traditional American allied Israeli take. And I think you're seeing journalists reflect that. I think they're shifting, and it's not moral clarity they're putting forth. It's judging the wind. It's putting their finger in the air and saying, here's who I want to appeal to. And that's not the way you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, we're watching video of Amman, Jordan, where there's already protests, reports of marches on the U.S. Embassy in Beirut. The words matter, and the ability to inflame people really matter, and the responsibility just sort of blows my mind that it's not there. I know Dan Abrams is going to have a lot more on this tonight, his show, in about an hour and a half. Colby, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.